I'm Sheila Matthews, your human digital sidekick, keeping you plugged in and up to date with the latest online trends, the juice of the entertainment world, and the top stories affecting our lives. We watch the timeline all day so you don't have to. Downloading with us today as we celebrate the love in this club, the Super Bowl stage, and all over the place for this Valentine's Day week episode are two very special guests, Rhymefest and In Family NymLo. As always, there's a lot on the timeline this week, so let's get it going. It's been 3 years since the tragic death of Kobe Bryant, and the love for him is still flowing abundantly. Over the weekend, Vanessa Bryant led an unveiling ceremony for a new Kobe statue outside of the Crypto.com arena. The love and admiration was in the room, and it was unmatched, with Vanessa giving a heartfelt speech about Kobe's legacy and the new 19-foot bronze statue. The first of 3 statues to come, it shows Kobe celebrating the victory of scoring 81 points, a pose that Vanessa says Kobe actually picked out himself. Let's take a look.
And for the record, Kobe picked the pose you're about to see. So if anyone has any issues with it, tough shit. It is what it is. Because fans all over the world and the City of Angels loved Kobe so much, he will have 3 statues in front of the arena, also known as the house that Kobe built. One wearing the number 8, one with our beautiful daughter Gianna, and one wearing the number 24.
It's so amazing to know that not only was Kobe's request honored through the statue, but Vanessa's too. She talked about adding additional details that mean a lot to their family.
One detail you may notice on the statue is that all of our daughters' names are tattooed on Kobe's arm. Although some of our girls weren't born at the time of that particular moment, that specific detail is for Kobe. A few additional elements that I requested to be added to the statue are Kobe's 5 championship trophies, Kobe's career accolades, the sheath QR code to watch Kobe's highlights pertaining to the statue on your phone, and the triangle-shaped base as a nod to Tex Winter and PJ's triangle offense.
Y'all, talk about the love of a person's legacy. Kobe left us with so much, but most importantly, he left us inspired. Right before the unveiling happened, Vanessa reminded us of this.
I don't want to reveal too much about the statue before you see it, so I'll leave you with one of my husband's amazing quotes. Leave the game better than you found it. And when it comes time for you to leave, leave a legend. And that he did.
Such a heartfelt moment. Long live Kobe Bryant. Long live Mamba. I love it. I'm so happy that Vanessa had the chance to share in this moment with her family, and Kobe will always love you. Back again for another episode is NymLo, our favorite rapper and In Family NymLo. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. How you been?
I've been good, you know, all the things out here in these digital streets. And there were a lot of legendary moments full of love that went down during last night's Usher concert, or the Super Bowl, whatever you want to label it. But if you missed the game or haven't been on your timeline today, don't worry, we got you. Names you'll never forget when it comes to Super Bowl 2024, Patrick Mahomes,
Thanks.
Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, Taylor Swift, and of course, Usher and Alicia Keys. The Kansas City Chiefs became the first back-to-back Super Bowl champions in 19 years. The game, although somewhat uneventful until the very, very end, proved that when your heart's in it, comebacks are possible. Never sleep on the underdog, y'all.
Never sleep on the underdog.
All right, so NymLo, I gotta know, most epic moment to you on the field?
I feel like the end of the game is definitely when they started to turn everything up. Mahomes went for a 19-yard scramble up the middle. Then he had to feed to Kelsey for some more yardage, and then he ended the game with that beautiful pass to Harmon in the corner of the end zone, and the game was over. It was beautiful.
And the poor 49ers not knowing the overtime rules. But before
that was crazy. That was crazy.
we got to that moment, the halftime show also had the timeline in a frenzy. Usher took the stage, and he did not disappoint, opening with Caught Up and going into the real R&B Usher vault.
Yeah, he definitely didn't have anything to prove, but just in case you forgot, he definitely was there to remind you. And there were so many things during his performance that paid homage to the culture that, that ultimately raised him. And me as an artist, I definitely appreciate that. So when he started with those song selections, brought out Lil Jon and, Alicia Keys, well, we talk about that later, but Lil Jon and Luda, and then he was on stage with the big steppers, the Kappas, paying homage to the HBCUs. Matter of fact, we got to show that real quick. Let's take a look. And then you had the fashion, So Usher, he's a fashion guy like myself.
Okay,
I try,
yeah.
what I mean? So, I always look to see what he's gonna wear when he's performing on stage. And the skating scene was one of my favorites. That's a real heavy thing in Atlanta. That's a real part of the culture. Roll bounce vibes. You know what I'm saying? Remember that Nunu and all that. So he definitely had an outfit on that was crazy. It was a bespoke off-white, ensemble that they put together just for him for the Super Bowl. And again, paying homage, to one of the culture's giants, rest in peace, Virgil Abloh, and in the skate culture as well. For this outfit, Off-White, they designed it, had 300,000 crystals that they used to make this come to life. And they also collabed with a lot of people during this to pull everything together, and one of those people was wardrobe stylist and costume director Tanaja Caldwell. And of course, black women have the golden touch, so she definitely did her thing with that. But Luda, Lil Jon, will.i.am, her on the guitar, She was pulling them strings too. It was like a guitar solo on an R&B stage at the Super Bowl, crazy And then Alicia, we can't forget about Alicia. She had the big red dress, the big piano she had the train. It was like half the field. It was crazy. And
wait, don't go too much.
I was about to go there.
So let's take a look at the halftime performance that caused a major debate on the timeline. Usher and Alicia Keys performing My Boo. Let's watch this.
Know that you're not one for me. It's clear for everyone to see. Oh, baby. It's the only way you know how to rock. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. And it's the only way we know how to rock. It started when we were younger. You're my boo. Now another brother's taking over, but it's still in your eyes. That's my baby. See it no matter how I try to hide it. Even though there's another man who's in my life, you will always be my oh, my oh, my oh, my what? My oh, my oh, my oh, my oh, my boo.
All right, I gotta ask, because Usher has become Mr. Steal Your Girl. I don't know how we got here, but it's very on brand. So how would you feel if that was your wife up there with Usher?
Well, being in the entertainment industry, I do understand those levels of, shock value and stuff. And like you said, that's very on brand for him. He did the 100-show residency, sold out in Vegas. So I did get it. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, me personally, don't do nothing during the show that you didn't do during rehearsal. You know what I'm saying? So if you would have did that during rehearsal and I seen that, I know what to expect. Don't surprise me on
right.
Not
Don't surprise
not me
like
though.
that
Me,
on
yeah.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, look, it's created memes, and we love a memeable moment.
Right.
And even Swizz Beatz had to respond. So the people are up in arms about Usher, and who we already know has been a terror, all of the viral serenading moments from his Las Vegas show.
Thanks.
And he was getting a little bit close to Alicia. So Swizz reacted to the moment on Instagram and said, "Y'all talking about the wrong damn thing. Y'all don't see that amazing dress covering the entire stadium? Emojis, emojis, emojis. Tonight's performance was nothing but amazing with two amazing giants. Congrats, Usher and My Love, Alicia Keys. That song is a classic. We don't do negative vibes on this side. We make history. Peace out. Go see Giant at Brooklyn Museum. It's opening until July. Blessings. I know that's right, Sis Beats.
I mean, you know, that was a very classy response for him. And that should have been the only reaction that we as the public acknowledges, because at the end of the day, that is his wife. It's, you know, it's not ours. But, you know, when you put everything in the public, you definitely leave it open to public interpretation and scrutiny as well. So, you know, it was cool. If he good with it, then we good with it.
Right, I mean, come on. I agree.
Yeah.
And look, cheers to the Super Bowl 2024 and a huge congrats to Usher and his team because they understood that assignment.
Fact.
All right, NymLo, just in case the Logged In family forgot, but they should not have, tell us where we can find you on social media.
Everywhere, IG, Twitter, NymLo, NYMLO, or you could just search the big horse, you know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere, you ain't never there, cause you forever scared. Bars!
Bars! Like, you just need fire emojis, yeah.
Yeah.
Spamming our screens this week is Grammy Award-winning artist and activist Rhymefest, who dropped a brand new composition and music video. We're so excited to have him in studio with us today. What's going on, Rhymefest?
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here. I was telling somebody earlier, I am the best thing a person can be. I'm mentally balanced, I'm healthy, and I've eased my way into the day.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a great conversation and share in some great space today. And we're going to kick it off by talking about your new composition. It's inspired by a conversation between James Baldwin and Nikki Giovanni. Talk to me about that conversation and how that translated into this new composition.
Well, in 1971, James Baldwin and Nikki Giovanni, novelist, poet, had a conversation where they talked about community, race, relationships, interpersonal. How do you feel about just your own self versus society? And this conversation they had, it was a gay man that lived in Paris but came from the civil rights movement of America, a black woman who was bi, but she was in the Black Power movement of America of the time in 71, a novelist, a poet, a teacher, a student, a man, a woman. They spoke as husband and wife, they spoke artist to artist, and it was such a beautiful alchemy of a conversation that when I looked at it, it was the foundation to be revised for what we're going through today.
Absolutely, such powerful figures. And there's another power move in this album, or composition, excuse me, that I absolutely love. You have 6 women rappers featured, and you know, we're all about the women rappers, women in hip hop taking over right here at Logged In. So talk to me about that decision to feature these women on this composition.
Well, you know, I could rap and put James and Nikki in it and make it dope, but it wouldn't be complete if I'm trying to embody the spirit. If I'm trying to bring something forward for our lives today, unless I included that spirit of Nikki Giovanni through the women today, she was seeding, all of those women on this project were seeded by Nikki Giovanni. I was seeded by James Baldwin to come up with the topics and how we produced this project. And so my rap perspective alone is empty without a woman's response, without a woman telling me, hey bro, did you see that side? Did you see that side of it? You know, who's got our blind spots? And I think a lot of men could benefit from collaboration in business and art with women. And you know, but the problem, you know what happens? The problem is, sometimes when the chemistry of collaboration begins, we think it's sexual. We think it's something that has to be romance or relationship. And what we don't realize is that intimacy isn't always romance. Intimacy can build empires and ideas and bring us together in one thought, in one consciousness. And that's what I was going for with these women on this project. One consciousness.
I love that. And what resonated with me was the thoughts of impact and community and why that's so important. And when I think about that and how that influences your work, I also think about how this composition dropped in a very, very special month that needs to be a little bit longer, but different conversation for a different day. It's Black History Month.
Yeah.
Was that planned, or did it just perfectly align for it to come out during this time?
You know, everything with this composition has just been perfectly aligning. It's like the stars have been, you know, gathering to point us in a direction of a better planet. You know, so it's kind of like it was birthed in this beautiful month. But what I pray is that it continues on. That conversation between James and Nikki was in 1971, that's 52 years ago, where that conversation still resonates 52 years later. What I pray is that I put another 100 years on it.
Oh, I love that.
It was birthed in this month, but it has another 100 years to go.
I love that, and I'm sure that everyone will continue the conversation after hearing this composition.
Yeah,
Speaking about alignment, something else that aligned in such a cool way, I know it's a great story behind it, is how you released this with Golden State Entertainment, the official label of the Golden State Warriors in the NBA. So talk to me about how that came to be.
You know, when you see Steph Curry heave a three-pointer from all the way across into that's the greatest entertainment in the world. The Golden State Warriors have already proved that they're one of the greatest entertainment conglomerates on the globe. Now that they're saying, how can we focus that into culture, community, how can we focus that into the arts, into film? They're following the same pathway that they followed to build a championship team to make impact in community through arts. And so when they came to me, David Kelly, AKA Cap D, his rap name is Cap D, but as the general counsel of the Golden State Warriors, his name is David Kelly, and as CEO of GSC, he is David Kelly, but I call him Cap. But when Cap came to me and said, hey, I want you to be a strategic partner, that wasn't, I want to sign you as an artist, I want to own you. That's, I want you to add to this team. When he said to me, I said to him, well, I don't do record labels, I don't want to, I kind of looked at music like putting music out. I was writing music as therapy for myself. I wasn't pimping my gift. I was just using my gift to see my own spirit at the time. And I said, I don't want to really put music out in the public. It's like putting raindrops in the ocean. And he said, what's your definition of success for music? No company has ever asked me what my definition of success for my craft was. That's when I knew that this would be a perfect match. And GSC has supported me, they have pushed me, and they have worked with me for the vision of my art. That is a new model for art. That is a new model. It wasn't, this is how many clicks we need, this is how many streams we need. This is, what is your definition of impact? Let's do that.
I love that, when it's just intentional work, when you're considered as
That's how you got here.
Oh.
That's how you got here.
It's all alignment, all intentional,
Yeah.
and we're thankful for when the universe blesses us with these moments. But this isn't your only venture with the NBA. A little birdie told me that you'll be at All-Star Weekend along with us next week. But you'll be at the NBA house. So talk to us about that and what people can expect.
I'm gonna be on a panel with some change makers, some community movers, and people who are also in entertainment as well. And we're gonna be talking about how do we use our platforms as leverage for cultural currency in the community. And so I can't wait to get there. I love the fact that it's going to be in Indianapolis, that the All-Star Weekend is always in Indianapolis because that's the 20th biggest city in the country. And there's a lot of community improvement that needs to be made there. I used to live in Indianapolis for a few years. So I know that there's a lot of improvement that needs to be made there. And I just love doing stuff in the Midwest. I love the Midwest. It's so grounded.
Look, we're hoping the Midwest weather loves us next week.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we'll be at All-Star.
Happy February.
Happy February.
Happy global warming February.
Well, I can't wait to see you at All-Star. I know everyone's looking forward to it as well, but let the people know too where else they can find you on social media.
You know, I'm a big IG user. What do you use? What's your?
I'm an IG user. I'm trying to TikTok a little more, but IG.
Yeah, but my thing about TikTok, I love TikTok. I just feel like I can't communicate with people as clearly on TikTok. You put stuff out on TikTok, but the communication on IG is just, it's kind of like Facebook and TikTok to me a little bit. But like, so I'm on IG. at Rhymefest. And I love making friends on IG and having good conversations on IG, so they can hit me up there.
There we go. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you
by
for
Logged
having
In.
me. I love it. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so Club Shay Shay has become harder to forget than a high school freshman's first time being invited to the cool kids table at lunch. Following his sit down with Cat Williams, Shannon Sharp followed up with another slam dunk sit down with Monique, who still loves us for real, and as you can imagine, she held nothing back. But fans of the show and the sports legend have begun to both applaud and question the direction of the show's brand. For starters, Shannon Sharp is such a regarded athlete and sports commentator that the turn in branding from that lane to come sit on my couch and let it all hang out has some people asking, when did Club Shay Shay get away from high-level conversations and become a high-key burn book of sorts? I mean, in the world of what we do, an exclusive moment is what makes platform leaders in conversations, but I just never thought I'd think of Shannon Sharp combo as more shady than the comments on the Shade Room. It just was not on my bingo card for 2024. So I'm not sure if this will hurt the Club Shay Shay brand or help it, but I guess it's for you all to decide. So Logged In family, help us out here. We're asking, help or hurt? Is this a log out or not? Comment your thoughts, let us know. And if you're a loyal Club Shay Shayer and you feel like this log out might be unnecessary, leave a comment and let us know that too. Good for the brand, bad for the brand, we want to hear from you. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm your host, Sheila Matthews, and this has been another amazing episode of Logged In, where we bring you the latest online trends, the juice of the entertainment world, and the top stories affecting our lives. Listen, I hope you're enjoying the show as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. So be sure to subscribe, turn your post notifications on, whatever you gotta do to never miss a chance to log in with us. Thank you again to our special guest, my go-to co-host NymLo, music legend and community activist Rhymefest. We'll see you next week at the same time in the same location for the same downloading of your timeline, but All-Star Weekend edition. See y'all.
Log out.